The Trial of Socrates, page 95. Anytus knew who was to blame for all the problems Athens had. It was Socrates. After Sparta defeated Athens, the Spartans set up a government in Athens in which a few people held all the power. Democracy, of which the Athenians were so proud, disappeared. Now, although democracy was back, many Athenians were still angry. Socrates, a philosopher, had probably been on the side of those who had destroyed democracy. Anytus thought, oh, how he wanted to get rid of Socrates. But there was a problem. Socrates wasn't guilty of any crime. Anytus persuaded a very religious young man, Meletus, to say that Socrates was guilty of not worshipping the official gods of the city. Who believed in other gods, Meletus said. Socrates was also accused of poisoning the minds of young men with the ideas he taught them. These were very serious charges for which men had died in Athens. In February 399 BC, Socrates was put on trial on these charges. He was then 71 years old. He would be judged by 501 Athenian citizens. In his defense, Socrates first had to clear up an old misunderstanding. He explained that a long time ago, Aristophanes made fun of me in a play, The Clouds. The Socrates character in the play thought about the heavens and investigated things that were beneath the earth. He was good at using tricky arguments. In the play, Aristophanes said that the persons who study such things never believe in the gods. But the truth is, Athenians, I have nothing to do with these matters. Has anyone ever heard me talking about such things? No one really had. Socrates turned to another part of the charge. Supposedly, he had been paid to teach young men and had misled them. I would like to be able to educate men, Socrates answered, but I don't know how, so no one has ever paid me to do that. And it was true. No one had ever paid him to teach. Well, what do you do? Asked one of the accusers. Socrates paused before he spoke. Many years ago, a young man went to the oracle of Delphi and asked if any man was wiser than Socrates. The priest replied, no man is wiser than Socrates. I was very upset because I knew I was not wise, but I also knew that the oracle of God did not lie. I searched for a truly wise man to explain the oracle to me. I went to the politicians, the poets, and the workers. Many thought they were wise, but when I asked them questions, it was clear that they did not know what they thought they knew. I knew nothing. They knew nothing. My wisdom was to know that I didn't know anything. The oracle had given me a job. I show men that they do not know what they think they know. Perhaps then they can search for a real wisdom. Then Socrates called on the man who had accused him. Meletus, do you mean I teach young men to believe in other gods, or that I do not believe in any gods? Hoping to make Socrates look as bad as possible, Meletus answered, I mean you do not believe in any gods. Page 100. Do you mean that I do not believe the sun and the moon to be gods as our religion says they are? Asked Socrates. Now the truth was that almost no one believed that anymore. So some people laughed when Meletus answered, he does not believe. He says the sun is a stone and the moon is dirt. Friend, Meletus, Socrates said, you have me confused with someone else. I have not said those things. And he hadn't. You do not believe in the gods, Meletus shouted. Socrates quickly answered, when you accused me, you said that I believed in other gods. Now you say I don't believe in any gods. You contradict yourself. Fellow Athenians, it seems that Meletus is a very proud young man who is confused, which of course was true. Socrates continued, I have always done what I thought right. I am not afraid of death. 3 times I fought for Athens. I went where my commander sent me. The gods have sent me here. I will stay here doing what the gods ask. I will not change my ways. I will not stop hunting for the truth. I will keep asking questions. The gods have sent me to be the gadfly that bothers the great horse of the government. All governments need someone to bother and question them. If you kill me, you will not find me easy to replace. I do believe there are gods, and to them, and to you, I turn over my case." After Socrates finished speaking, the jury voted. The vote was guilty, 281 to 220. The majority thought that questioning the government was bad, so Socrates was dangerous. Meletus asked for the death penalty. No one thought the old man would really be put to death. They would just send him somewhere else, to ask other people his bothersome questions. Socrates addressed the jury. "I am not upset, Athenians. I am surprised. I thought there would be more votes against me. If I ask to be sent away and not allowed to return, you will probably do that. Then I would be admitting that I am guilty. I am not guilty, so I'll ask you for what I deserve." Page 102. "Instead of gaining wealth, I have tried to help every man see that he must look at himself and seek goodness and wisdom. I tell you there is nothing better for a man and his city than for him to discuss goodness and question his own beliefs. The unexamined life is not worth living. What do I deserve? I suggest you give me free meals for the rest of my life." The jury was angry. Socrates was making fun of the trial. The jury delivered a death sentence. Socrates rose to speak a last time. "You will get rid of one old man. You could have waited. I will not be around to bother Athens much longer. Now your enemies will say that Athens has killed a wise old man, whether I am wise or not. I am innocent. I refuse to do wrong to save my life. I think it is much harder to escape from evil than from death. Evil is faster than death, old and slow. Socrates has been caught by death. You who are smart and fast have been caught by evil. Sadly for you, I will not be quiet even in death. Others will remember what I say and what you do. There is a small voice inside of me that tells when something is evil. It has not told me what I am doing is evil. I feel that death is either an eternal sleep, a peaceful rest, which sounds good to an old man, or death is a journey. I will go where all the great men have gone. Perhaps I will have a chance to question them. We go different ways now. I go to die, you go to live. Only the gods know which is better." And he went.